the audience, who's Briana?
I'm Briana. I'm Brittany.
Okay. And y'all have gotten the preliminary complaint
Yes.
Are these folks going to be witnesses?
Yes.
Everybody come on up. Everybody who's going to testify, raise your right hand. Each of us will refer to tell the truth.
Yes.
Yeah. So, which of you two ladies had a relationship with this year?
I did. Brittany.
So let me start with yours. Tell me what's happened to cause you to seek the preliminary protective order against Mr. Woodward.
This guy had become controlling, threatening, name-calling.
There was no threat taking place.
Well, you certainly will have a chance to testify if you dispute the testimony, but don't object just because you don't agree with it. Okay, if you got a legal objection, that's one thing, but just
There's no proof for it. Absolutely no proof. I'm the only one with images of things thrown at me.
Well, I'm going to let her testify, okay? Of course, whether she condemns the facts or whether you'll have a chance to cross-examine her, then you'll have a chance to testify, okay? Just because you disagree with her testimony doesn't constitute a legal objection to the testimony, okay? So, when did the relationship start?
We dated for about a year.
So tell me what the start date was.
Approximately, let's see, maybe September 2000 and... Yeah, it was a year and a half ago, so,
14?
yeah.
And then what did there come a point in time when y'all sought to end the relationship?
Yes. So it progressively got worse. In November, I suggested to Scott that he seek mental health. I suggested that he go...
November, is that 2015?
2015, I'm sorry. Yes.
I suggested a psychiatrist because I said, we're not making any progress. We're not moving forward. I said, I don't know what else to do. You feel like you're doing everything, right, that you know how to do. I feel the same way. So I suggested, the only thing I could think of was, couples therapy. It's the only thing I could think of.
I suggested that, I told him I really cared about him. I was seeing some patterns of behavior that were threatening, that were controlling, obsessive, but very kind. I said, I care very much about you. I kindly suggested that he seek medical help. He then went and told me that he was seeing a mental health professional. I asked him who it was, and he sent me who it was, and I noticed that it was not it wasn't a psychiatrist, so I suggested that he go see a psychiatrist. Out of friendship, I suggested this, and he promises that he will go see a psychiatrist. He sent me the receipt of the mental health professional that he was seeing. I told him that I didn't want, shortly after this, I told him I didn't trust him. I wanted to take a break. I didn't want to contact each other, and that I would contact him when and if I was ready. And he was good about it during that time. He did send me a few texts despite the fact that I asked him not to. He sent me a picture of his mom who is deceased during that amount of time. She's an identical twin. It's like to me, has developed an obsession with twins. But anyway, during that period of time, he was okay. He didn't contact me too much. And then eventually, I woke up one morning to, 10 calls. That was December 14th, 2015. He sent me early in the morning, a bunch of calls. He sent me text messages saying, as if I had never told him, please don't contact me. I want you to get some mental help. And in the meantime, don't contact me. It was as if we'd never had that conversation. He's, why are you not calling me? You're the worst girlfriend in the world. I bet you're cheating on me. You're contacting other men instead of me. And I told him at that point, again, very kindly, I care very much about you. I hope you get some help. I wish you well. I do not want you to contact me anymore. We are no longer dating. I do not want a relationship of any kind with you. Do not contact me through any medium. Do not email me. Do not Facebook me. Do not call me.
Was that in an email?
That was through a text, and I also Facebooked him. And I'll get to why I don't have that, but I can have that very quickly if you need it. Shortly after this,
So was that on or about the 14th?
it was on the 14th,
Okay.
yes. As soon as I did that, I blocked him from Facebook. Within moments, he had texted and emailed my, pretty much my entire family, vulgar messages about me. He continued to text me throughout that entire day, obsessively, constantly, every minute. You are going to contact me. We are not breaking up. You know, I'm going to tell everyone bad things about you.
How many texts you received?
That day, I would say my phone's sitting over in Captain Greiser's storage tin can because Scott hacked into it. So I can go get it if you need it, but I'm going to have to guess here. I would say maybe...
Objection. I did not hack into the phone. That's a blatant lie. That is a blatant
How
lie.
did you get a chance to do that?
I would guess maybe 35.
Okay.
So, because he then called me obsessively, and I can show you proof of that. Gosh, I don't know, maybe 30 times in a row. And so I got a new phone number. I had to go get a new
What day
number.
is that?
This is December 28th, 2015. 10 times here. All of these. Just
So
over
they
and
all-
over.
Are they all the 28th?
These are.
How many calls on the 28th?
And so,
Did you actually speak to him or just?
Never.
Okay.
I did not pick up. I have not contacted Scott since December 14th, when I told him, do not contact me. The last words I wrote were, goodbye, Scott. I have not contacted him, attempted to contact him in any way.
Going on from the 28th, man.
I cut my phone. He hacked it. Well, I believe he hacked into my phone. And
So tell me what happened because you think that.
yes. I took my phone to the Verizon store because my emails were being broken into, my phone. I couldn't turn off certain features, and he's very tech savvy. It's what he does for a living. And anyway, Verizon told me, and I have a handwritten note from the person, and we also called Verizon fraud, that it looked like someone had turned off the mobile network's feature so that they could hack in. And how I know it was Scott was because he obsessively called my phone like I just showed you, and one time he left a voicemail message from this number, and he said it was him, and I have that message. And so
Which number?
I'm sorry, I think I did leave something out. When he started calling me obsessively, writing disgusting, vulgar messages to all my family, I'm sorry, we all blocked him. And that was on, I think, the 15th, December 15th, 2015. We all went to Verizon and blocked his number from our phone so that the constant calls and texts would stop. When we blocked his regular number, it was a 720 number. When we blocked him, he went and got a different phone so he could continue to contact us all. And that's the 303 number that I just showed you. And how we know it's him is because he left us a voicemail message. He left my mom a voicemail message saying it was him from this number, and I have that recording.
What's that?
That number is 303-731-5069.
So you left the voicemail for your mom and used that from that number?
Yes, it was a message directed, to me for our whole family, but it was on my mom's phone.
And did you hear the message?
Yes, I have it.
Did it sound like his voice to you?
Yes.
All All right, so what happened after that?
Well, in the message, he says, you need to have Brittany call me. I'm going to ruin Brittany and Briana's lives. I'm coming for their jobs. Briana filed a fake rape report against me. You know, I'm coming after them. Basically, you better have Brittany call me. I can play it. I have a couple from him.
Go ahead and play it. What was the date of that message?
That was December 28th, 2015.
What happened after that?
After that, he began calling my work. He called campus police and said that I stole his things.
I still have that box of yours. I've been meaning to send it for the past week, and I'm going to.
Called the front desk of the admissions office, which is, I'm a co-director in the admissions office. He called the receptionist a few times, spoke with her, you know.
How do you know he called them?
I walked in when he called her, and he said, this is Scott Gutenberger, too. Well, he didn't right away. He said, is Brittany there? And she said, may I ask who's calling? And he said, I don't want to say. And Barbara said, well, I have to be able to give her the message. And Barbara Falk is the name of our front desk receptionist. And then he said, okay, my name's Scott Gutenberger. And she said, can I have your number? And he said, she has my number, and you better tell her to call me. Well, then the next morning...
When did he call campus police?
He called campus police December, I think, 15th, 2015. He's contacted He called my work again. He called my office. He left a voicemail message on my office phone. He left another voicemail message for Barbara saying this message is for Brittany. I actually have that one too. I play that one too. He was calling everyone at my work. He is obsessed with Sweetbriar. He always said I gave Sweetbriar more attention to him. I like the color choice that he chose today, pink and green. He has been obsessively contacting people from Sweetbriar to have them give us messages from him. But I can play that other recording.
Do you know how many different people in Sweetbriar?
I have had, I think, 20 total contact me to tell me, you know, his messages for him, including the president of Sweetbriar College, including general counsel of Sweetbriar College, including my boss here, Stephen Nate, chief officer of the admissions office. I've had countless alumni call me in my office and tell me that, you know, all the videos and photos and messages, disgusting messages that he's posting about me and my twin sister and our family. So, you know, 20, 30 more
Directly said something.
who have directly called
But
to tell
thousands
me.
of views all over the internet.
Do you want me to play that other message or no?
Is there, tell me what's on it.
Let's see, the one where he calls Barb, he says that Brittany needs to call me. I have been in touch with people from Sweetbriar who think that Brittany and Briana have provocative images. They agree with me, and we're going to remove the Deane twins. Make sure you tell her. If she doesn't call me, I'm going to release more videos and photos of her. He then went on and created a fake Twitter account, called it the Deane Twins, and posted pictures of me and Briana with comments implying that we commit incest. Comments implying...
That is actually a different account. It's 2 accounts, one that I do own, that I was asked to set up by them, and never paid for the work, across all social media. And then there's another one. If she's talking about the other one, the parody Deane Twins, I have nothing to do with that.
I don't have a Twitter account, so I can show you. It implies that we've committed incest. So I guess I couldn't tell if he
That's the
said...
parody account.
No, the Deane Twins account. Posting pictures without my permission. And videos with my voice. Well, here's the Twitter impersonation, and then I can show you emails where he admits that it's him posting the videos. This pictures of us that I never consented to put on the internet. We are 2 spoiled bitches who lie to get what we want. We act Mormon, but are far from it.
I have the consent.
This is softcore porn. This is a modeling picture where it's a makeup bag. We're putting on makeup on each other, and says that it's porn. This is a lesbian comment. People often ask us if we're lesbians.
Can we test the retweets on that as well? Because either those pictures were posted by them when we were going through the setup, or those are from the parody account which someone else is posting on.
You can see those.
These are retweets from the fake news account.
No, all about the fake news kind of account.
Okay, so tell me why you think these are coming from me.
He wrote me on January 14th, which is the day he was served with one of the preliminary restraining orders. He told me it was him posting the videos under alias name.
He did the same thing on YouTube. He created a Deane Twins, and he admits to that
I'm
as
gonna
well.
give you the thing.
So he sent me this email. The subject is Scott Gutenberger. It's from Jep Nedson. That's one of the aliases he's been using to post recordings and videos and messages about us. He tells me it's him, and then he also, and that I need to call him, better call me, and then he includes a Facebook message between himself and this other identical twin that he's obsessed that I was cheating on him with, his doctor named Matt Heller.
You want to see that?
Sure.
We spent, I don't know, countless days contacting YouTube. He created a fake Deane Twins YouTube channel. And it's, I believe, how he likes to, one of the ways he likes to keep contact, you know, I'm here, constantly. So we have to spend time trying to get the videos and recordings of us down. And then YouTube sends us, a couple times they agreed that there was privacy violations and impersonation, so they took stuff down. But other times, you know, they send us a message when we write into YouTube saying, contact the person doing it. You know, every day. Every single day, it has been something. Since December 14th, when I told him, I'm wishing you well, do not contact me again, every single day, it has been something. I have not contacted him once. I just want nothing to do with him. I want the contact to stop, the obsession to stop. He's contacted everyone I know. You heard on the voicemail message, he threatens that he's gotten somehow all these contacts of ours. I think that's also proof that he has hacked in. Hacking, stalking, threatening. I've been so scared that when this first started going on, our boss here, Stephen Nape, was getting messages from the head of media and marketing at Sweetbriar College. To name one, he's getting messages from lots of people. He actually paid for us to go stay in a hotel a few nights because we didn't want to stay at home. And then finally our dad was able to get there, so we didn't have to keep staying in a hotel. And our dad was staying with us ever since. He also says in here, and I would like you to ask him how he knows this or why he believes this. In one of the messages where he posts videos and recordings of us, he says, Brittany and Briana Deane are mad that people at Sweetbriar are threatening their chance to buy a cottage on campus. And I would like to know how he knows that or why he believes that. Can we please ask him who told him that?
Well, if you
told
told
me.
me, you'll have a chance to ask.
Okay. Yeah, so he knows, you know, all kinds of things. I'm not sure who from Sweetbriar. He's constantly telling me he's in contact with people from Sweetbriar, feeding him information. But sentences such as, I'm meeting with teams to remove the Deane twins are very scary
And so why were you afraid to stay at your own place?
because of comments like that. It was comments that basically, if I can't have you, no one will. And to me, that's very scary. I know he knows, you know, where we live. He knows we live on campus. He's visited me one time at Sweetbriar, just once, but I know he knows, you know, where we live. I didn't want to stay there when he was so angry, posting recordings of us, pictures of us without our consent, threatening messages, emailing everyone, texting everyone that we knew, vulgar, threatening messages. Like this one individual that you just saw, the message with them, it was between Dr. Matt Keller and himself. He was upset that I was cheating on him with this man named Matt Keller, who is also an identical twin. I don't think it's relevant, but I wasn't. But he sent not only a message to Matt Keller that day, but he went on and sent him another message. Let me see what date that was, and I have it. Let's see. January 13th. This is another message from Scott Gutenberger to Matt Keller. He sends the same, or a version of the recordings and videos about us. And then you can see he's threatening Dr. Matt Keller that he's going to ruin his license. So in addition to claiming he's going to ruin our attorney's licenses, he threatens this Dr. Matt Keller that he's going to ruin his doctor's license.
see that?
The hacking, if I could say one more thing about it. I remember the night of December 28th, our dad had finally gotten there. He was able to come down finally so we could stop staying in a hotel. And it was me, my twin sister Briana, and my dad all sitting in the same room at our dining room table. This is after we had blocked his original number from all of our phones so that he would stop with the messages and the calling. And we're all sitting in the same room, and he calls one phone after another with this new number, this 303 number. My phone, her phone, his phone, my phone, her phone, his phone. Must have been like an hour. I don't know if he had it on an auto caller or what. You know, bing, bing, bing. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And at one point during that hour, Briana called our boss here, Steve and Nate, to discuss, office matters. And all of a sudden, my father is sitting there in the room. He gets a call from Briana's phone. He shows us his phone. It says Briana's calling him. Well, Briana's on the phone with Steve and Nate here. And so we assumed, okay, he's spoofing the phone. But we've talked with the Verizon fraud department. He didn't spoof the phone. The fraud department of Verizon told us, no, he actually hacked into the phone. It wasn't regular spoofing. They did trace it. And then 2 days later, the exact same thing happened, but except it wasn't Briana's phone calling my dad. Then it was my phone calling my dad. So I'm carrying my cell phone, and there's no activity on it. And all of a sudden, my dad's phone goes off, and he shows it to me. Brittany Deane, you're calling me. Well, I was holding my phone. I wasn't calling him. Anyway, Captain Greiser and Detective Chris Smith, they had us, bring our phones in, and they started the investigation. They've put our phones in tin cans, the proper storage units, so it could no longer supposedly be hacked. And then our father works for the government, and he got a notice from the computer department at the USPTO, and they had a concern that his government computer, which was, of course, sitting in our same house, because he'd come down to be with us here, but they thought something was going on with his computer. They asked my father to send in his government computer, and they're still doing the investigation. And I do have an email from the USPTO.
Is there anything else more you want to tell me?
Just that I do not give consent for my voice, my image, photos, recordings, videos to be posted anywhere. I don't want contact. I have been so respectful. I have not contacted him whatsoever. I told him mature adults, this is what happens when mature adults, part ways. They wish each other well, and that's it. He doesn't seem to believe that's true. His actions show that he thinks that he is owed me. Well, he's not, and I want the contact, the threats, the harassment, and the stalking to stop. That's it. I have not contacted him. I would be happy to continue not to contact him ever, and I want the same.
Mr. Huber, do you have any questions?
Anyway, were you sworn in?
Yes.
So, Tisha, can you read that first check?
What?
Check.
This was
Right.
signed by the judge,
So if they were sworn into this, they've already committed perjury in the first check mark. I've never been violent towards any of these people. However, these two, and I believe him, has been violent towards me. I have violent recordings on my phone, menacing violent recordings. I'm assuming you're Mr. Deane, right?
That's correct. I've never seen this man before. I've left one voicemail, which the police have listened to, and they basically laughed at. Martin's right here, he's seen it, and Captain Greiser has listened to it, and they said there's absolutely no threat
Mr.
here.
Gutenberg, the issue isn't whether you've been threatened, it's whether or not there's been any threat or active violence against.
So there hasn't. The only act of violence that has taken place, other than in my mind, what he had said, was that not at the both of us denting this. In addition to
That's not
that,
true.
in June, she threw what she thought was a beer bottle at me.
Your Honor,
my home in
he's
Florida.
already attempted to get restraining orders against both my sister and I and our father in Colorado a few short weeks ago and was denied, so this is not relevant.
We were denied. I was denied because I hadn't seen her since October.
Really, this whole thing starts in October when the relationship, and Dean attempted to end the relationship. So that's really what I'm interested in, not something that happened in the beginning.
Understand. But I have several threats. This has been going on for over a year and a half for me. I have been terrified because of this man. I have been told to keep my mouth shut. The recordings that I have, the whole reason I used to release them earlier, and go to the police earlier, was because she told me that if I did, something would happen. And my fear was that this man who said he was going to come down to get me would actually come down to get me.
We're at the point in the process of reviewing questions. Do you have questions for them?
Other than this right here being false, there's no
The
violence.
judge filled that out.
Right,
So what's your question?
they can do what? There's law.
That's not a question. Say, you have a question, answer a question. If you have any questions,
Then no.
I'm terribly sorry how my family treated you. They owe you a huge apology.